so when doing your first burn, especially on a cold day, you do want to warm up the stove first if you don't want to smoke yourself out. So you can probably hear that sound running and see this cord. I have an electric heat gun running inside the firebox right now to heat up the stove so I do not cause a lot of excess smoke when I go to do my first burn in the fire, inside the firebox. So yeah, this is going to be the first time we're burning the Nordica America Cookstove. But regardless of if it's your first ever burn or just your first burn on a cold stove, if it's a cold day and you have sensitivities and you don't want a lot of smoke in the house or anything like that, this is an excellent idea. So I've had this heat gun running, I'm gonna say 10 to 15 minutes now because this is a huge mass of a stove, like 700 pounds. And with the sunshine down, I think it's like -1 degrees right now. And we have an exterior chimney, so it's cold. So I wanna give you guys some measurements, some heat reading measurements so you can understand how much this heat gun warms up the firebox. So this center cook plate is 150 degrees, okay? So this is the cooktop. Inside the firebox, running my heat gun, I've got about a 90-degree temperature in there, and the cooktop is pretty hot. So I feel like I'm sufficiently hot enough. I'm going to go ahead and do my first burn with a small kindling fire in the Nordica America Cookstove. Kindling fire, showing you guys how I stack my wood. Nice teepee pattern. So I basically start with an X shape directly over the cast iron grill in the bottom of the firebox. You want to stack your wood, or I'm sorry, your small kindling appropriately so you have proper airflow. This is how I'm going to start my fire with absolutely no paper. So this is the first time I'm lighting up the stove. Showed you guys my teepee. My handy dandy blowtorch, we definitely use this, so dry kindling and absolutely no paper. Again, I did prior heat up the firebox to lighting this because it's a very cold day. All right, here we go. Okay, so you guys can probably see that there's very little smoke coming up. That's why I preheat my firebox. The smoke is going straight up the flue stack in the back. Always important, very, very dry kindling. So you guys can see this, it's taking off quite nice, no paper, very fast. Okay, here's another thing. So you do want your flue collar open when you're starting the fire. If not, then your smoke is going to puff back in here. So this top damper control should be pushed in. Also, your damper control when lighting your stove for your oven, it should be set to cooking, so to the left-hand side. Okay, so you can see this is literally a minute, all right? And we are taking off. It's burning hot. No smoke coming out the front of my stove. I have an exterior chimney. It's a freezing cold day. Very, very easy to start. Okay, this is seconds after closing the door. So you can see a little bit of fog on this glass. That's not even smoke, that's condensation because the stove's still pretty cold. So I know I talk about it a lot, but not using paper when lighting your fire. You guys saw how easy that was for me. No paper in there. Paper just causes more fly ash, more creosote buildup. So if you can do it like this, you're gonna get the cleanest burn. We are in the middle of our first burn, kindling fire. This is approximately 15-20 minutes into the burn. You can see it's pretty much burned through all of my kindling. So I'm gonna scrape it together and load on into my medium fire. So I've actually had some people discuss that the Nordica, this America model particularly gives a lot of air to the firebox which even though it has a huge firebox, it burns up the wood very quickly. So again, I want to point out that the primary damper control is located inside your firebox door. So most people might not think about this and realize that that needs to be adjusted. Now I am burning wide open as hot as possible right now while I'm filming this demo. So I'm not really going to adjust that until I'm going to try and get my overnight burn, but I just want to make sure you all are aware of that. Because even though you have this huge firebox, if your damper, your primary damper control bringing air in from underneath is open, that's going to cause a problem for you and you're going to burn up all of your wood, okay? Couple temperature readings. So kindling fire for like I said, about 20 minutes. Our cooktop is about 220 degrees. Side of the stove reading about 74. And our front glass is about 168 degrees. So we're gonna move into our medium fire. Okay, so for my medium fire, I'm literally just gonna load 2 logs for now over the top of my kindling because I don't wanna get the stove burning too hot too quick. The whole point is on your first burn, everything needs to cure, okay? So don't get a roaring hot fire going. Your paint won't cure properly and you run the risk of overfiring the stove. So, you know, like I said, cooktop temperature is about 220 from my small fire. I'm going to take you through each step of the process here. I really hope that you guys found this first burn video helpful on the Nordica stoves. So important. This doesn't just apply, you know, like my theory, small, medium, hot fire. This is going to apply to any stove. But I hope that it's helpful for you guys to see the stove burning live and in person, to get your temperature readings so you know how the product functions and operates before you actually make a purchase. So if you like these videos, if you want us to make more videos, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, the more likes, the more shares, the more subscribers we get, the more videos we will film and produce for you, and the more frequently we will release them. So, share it with your friends, spread us like wildfire. Thank you guys so much for watching, for your loyalty, for your support. I appreciate you, love you guys. Have a wonderful day.